why I got kicked out of my fucking apartment. So a little backstory. I'm in my early 20s. Um, Lived with my mom for most of my life. The majority of my life, like 99.9% of it. Um, my mom and I both agree you need to move out. To me. And I'm like, yes, that is a good idea, Captain. I will go pack my shit. We get a bunch of boxes. Pack my stuff up. Now, my friend's mom just got married. Moves in with her new husband. Takes her daughter. Gets all the shit out that she needs. Well, most of it. Move my shit in. Eventually get settled in. Quit my shit job in the town that my mom lives. I had moved 20 minutes away, and I was working part-time at a gas station, which part-time at a gas station isn't exactly putting food on the goddamn table. Putting gas in my car, and that's about it. So I quit that job, try finding a job in my new locale. Eventually do get a job. 12-hour days, 4 days a week, which it's not too bad. Warehouse jobs don't suck that much. I mean, they fucking suck because you can't vape when you want. You can't go on cigarette breaks when you fucking want. And I'd gotten so used to just like waking up in the mid-afternoon, smoking inside the house, apartment, vaping whenever. So I'm so used to this huge nicotine fix that I'm getting that it was a very awkward transition. I kept going to the bathroom and being like, just inhaling nicotine like fucking Darth Vader inhales oxygen. Trying to get as much of it in my system as I can in the short 5-minute breaks I take to the bathroom, which would be every hour on the hour. There's no way they didn't know what I was doing. But that's neither here nor there. I guess it was there, but it's not here. Anyway, I'm not on the lease. At all. I have no credence with this apartment complex. I just moved in, and I guess they kind of thought that I was just staying over for a while, but, because we had moved, like, the middle of the night, just moved all my shit with a small U-Haul. So, landlady wasn't there, most people are asleep. We move in all my shit really quickly, not too loudly. So, nobody knows technically that I actually moved into the apartment. But anyway, got this job later on down the road. Don't mind it. I mean, it pays well enough. Like $300 something every week wasn't too bad. I was basically making $8 an hour, but it would have been nice, It would have taken 3 months for me to actually get to the $12, $14 an hour, which job wasn't necessarily hard. I was doing barricade tape, which is kind of neat, like how the machine works, but at the same time, it's so monotonous and boring for 12 fucking hours of the day. Like, the thing I'd look forward to is cleanup, because that's actually, like, new and refreshing. But anyway, I come home one day, not from work. I had gone out for smokes or food or something, and I come back, and it's in the middle of my roommate's shift. We worked on different shifts. And he's like, hey, we have to talk about something. And I'm thinking immediately, I'm getting kicked out. Now, little backstory for why I got kicked out. I like loud music. And, I don't necessarily keep that volume down. I didn't have it blaring to where, like, you could hear it, like, standing outside. I had it loud enough to where I could hear it if, I went in a different room to grab something really quickly, which probably was too loud for my downstairs neighbors. But at the same time, it's the middle of the day. What are y'all doing that's so fucking important that you need your peace and fucking quiet? Maybe they're sleeping, I don't know. Whatever. But at the same time, if your upstairs neighbor is playing music that's too loud, you should go upstairs and knock on their door and say, hey, do you mind keeping that shit down? Do you mind turning it down? We can hear it down there. Which I would have been more than happy to turn it down. I wouldn't have fucking cared. I would have been like, alright, sorry. That sucks, but whatever. I'd also play my electric guitar maybe a bit too loud. Um, I'm also a very loud person, so maybe that had something to do with it. But they didn't address the noise complaint immediately. They didn't go to the landlady and be like, hey, our upstairs neighbor doesn't know how to keep his fucking music down. No, no, no. This was like weeks after I was probably being way too loud. Because I didn't play music loudly all the time. I just did it every now and then when I had the opportunity. And even if I realized it was too loud, I'd be like, shit. And I expected knocks on the door constantly. If I had it, like, not constantly, but you know what I mean. Like, if I accidentally had it up too loud. Because the music on my phone isn't, the volumes differentiate from song to song. Number 2, I like to walk around in my underwear. I don't wear briefs. I don't wear boxers. I wear boxer briefs, which to a certain degree they don't leave much to the imagination, but at the same time they're still breezy enough to where, you know, your junk isn't just like full front and fucking center in everyone's field of vision. And the only time I'd ever really go outside was to take trash out or if I forgot my cigs or some groceries in the car. So, you know, I wasn't running around outside my underwear like the complaint said. And mind you, I don't take trash out very often. When it gets like overflowing and like when I'm like, you know, it'd be nice if my roommate came home to a nice clean apartment, whatever, I'll vacuum, I'll pick up trash, I'll do some dishes. And then I'd run outside and throw the trash away really quickly and then come back inside because fuck outside. I live in Texas. It's hot as shit. It was like late July, early like August. It's hot as fuck. I'm not going outside. Fuck that noise. And, you know, I wasn't running around in my underwear. I wasn't just running down the sidewalk. 10 steps down the stairs, 10 steps this way to throw trash out, 10 steps back, 10 steps up. 20 seconds at most. If you can't deal with seeing a grown person in his underwear for like 20 seconds, what kind of fucking adult are you? That drives me up the fucking wall. I'm saying fucking a lot, but this is a very heated topic for me. Very fucking maddening. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. So anyway, I come home. My friend's like, we need to talk. I'm like, and I notice it's halfway through his shift, so I'm like, were you sick? Did you have to come home? What happened? He's like, no, I got a call from my mom, who got a call from the landlady. Basically, you're getting kicked out. And I'm like, shit. ¿Por qué? And he's like, well, and we all agree this is bullshit. My mom and I both think this is ridiculous. But you've had a complaint on playing your music too loud and running around in your underwear. And like I said, I don't run around in my underwear. I ran downstairs, upstairs, you know, with a couple back and forths or a back and forth in between, just because I was taking out trash really quickly. And you know, if my downstairs neighbor or upstairs neighbor was playing music too loud, I would just turn my TV up if I'm watching TV. I would, you know, turn my music up. Fuck. Put some earplugs in. If it bothers you that fucking much, you can come and talk to me about it. I'm not going to be like, fuck you, I'll play what I want. Then you would actually have a reason to go and get the landlady and be like, hey, this asshole up above me won't turn his fucking music down. That would be warranted. It drives me up the fucking wall that this is why I got kicked out of an apartment. Like I said, I'm not on the lease, so I don't have any credence with this apartment complex. But that's why my room's pink. That's why I'm living back in my mom's house. Like 2 months out of it and I get kicked out. Go fucking figure. I hadn't saved up money at this point to get a new apartment. So that wasn't an option. Anyway, that's my story. If it was boring, fuck you. If it wasn't, fuck you also for no reason. But no, actually, thank you for watching. If you have this 10-minute fucking rant. Thanks, I'm Mr. Jones.